Hey guys, Susanna here. Well, I'm back again with my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. I am just going to quickly sew this on and then I will work on this. I really love this. This is the cover for my journal. So I'm probably just going to do some running stitch and work on that. But first, I wanted to stitch this down. I'll also show you, I've grabbed out bits and pieces, sorted out my Roxy Journal of Stitchery pieces into like seasons, like colour seasons and all that kind of stuff. So I might stick that in here as well. You never know what you might need that for. So there's buttons and everything in there. I have finished this and I put some, what's the name, stitch in there, what's it called? You guys know, the turkey work. And stitch that down, put spring bulb on there. That was attached to this. So I've just got this pin down now because this is going to be the fold. So that'll be on the next one. So I thought I'd try and keep the folds, fairly, with nothing in it. I thought this would be nice for that, especially being spring, but that may end up being in the next one. We'll just see how we go. It may still flow along. Got this piece here. Stick that there. There. I just wanted to stitch that on, and silly me didn't think about stitching it on before I stitch that down. So I'm going to start here. Oh, this sort of feels a little bit like deja vu. I did this in the was it the botanicals with my what's her name piece? Oh geez, let's get your words out, Susanna. Oh, so if that's the case, I may just leave it, but I thought I'd just show you. And start on here, because I'm going to have to get my finger underneath here and stitch it down. So I'll get it to the point where I've got to get my finger out, and then I might come back to that because you would have already seen me do this sort of thing now. But I just thought I'd show you where I was at, and put the lace on as a journal, to pull it out, and once it goes in you can still see some of the writing. I've still got to, all I'm going to do stitching wise is maybe just go on the outside. Where's my greens? Yeah, that's the one. This one here. Or maybe something a little lighter actually. Yeah, a bit more fresh. Yeah, I might do that on there. But for today, I am going to put that aside. I'll do that as homework, and I'm going to work on this because this is my front cover, and this was the first prompt and I never did get around to it. So I was initially going to have her on the front, but this is how it'll end up. Actually, I better put a pin on the top of her head I'll show you. I'm going to have to unpick it anyway, I think. Yeah, so we're going to end up like that. A little bit of this was probably going to peek out, so it'll be just mainly colour. So that's the front cover. I may get a yo-yo or something like that there, I think. Might be the go. Where's my little bag of tricks? Here it is. And my yo-yo that I've got. I'm thinking probably could almost put them there like that because they're the right colour. Might work actually. It saves me sewing, stitching that on. I might do that because they're very similar colours to what's in there. It's apart from that. That might work better. And I can probably turn those into flowers then. Where's me? Here it is. I like that. Wonder if that works. Save me unpicking it. It does. Because it's got the blue. I may do that, but I do want to round them a little bit more, so I might get on the iron and, you know, iron them because I don't like the way that they look square. I wonder if I do it that way, I think would probably be better. It'll balance it out a little bit, and because these are yellowy, that's going to work. So there you go. Oh, I've got those. If I want to be less subtle, I could probably do that. So I'll keep these guys out. I've got this one too. It's got the purple. Don't mind that. Okay, well there we go. Got options. So we'll just put that over there. And I should have taken a photo. I may still take a photo of how it's sitting with the possible options. Hang 10. Camera. And photo, just so I know where the layout is when I undo it. Okay. I used to do this to your work. Gallery. And got myself a layout photo. I don't think those yo-yos are the go, but yeah, I don't think they are. I'm thinking either that one. Yeah. I think that orange really makes everything else pop, even though I'm not really an orange girl, but it just seems to work with this. Now, what we're going to do is unpin these so we can put all these back. Now, put them over there, picked out my bit. Take her out, lay that off to the side, get the field newts. Love this little birdie. See, this is a little birdie that I got in Rachel's pack. And like she was saying, you know, you don't need to have her bits and pieces, and even though I've got it, I'm making it my own as well. So got a little bit that's stitched there, so I'm going to, I think I'm going to leave that on there. stitch down the whole lot. And I wanted to do, I don't think I'll do that, but I might get out I think something like this colour might be nice. Probably a bit too dark. I've got bits and pieces everywhere. These are my two. I was thinking something a bit lighter, but I think that might be nice. Or that matches the background to that. But I'm going to incorporate that in there somehow, because I think it works. Goes there, but for the stitch, just to hold it down, I'm just going to do I do have some pins which I may stick to. Now, ruler. Is there a ruler up here? I'm pretty sure there was. Geez, I'm organised, aren't I? I'm still here, guys. I'm just looking for my stitch. This is a bit big. Oh, I found my thimble. Yay! You go looking for other things and you find other things. Oh, this is just too big. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Use this one. This is still big, but it's not as long. I found this, yay. Now, but it's very bright, so I am very sorry. What I'm going to do is I might actually do it on. Oh yeah, you can see it. There we go. 1/4 of an inch. Either way, and it just makes for a straighter. I am going to take this off because it's very hard. There we go. There. And then there. And at least this way, I've got a straight line ready for me to do some stitching. But gee, this thing is really leaking. Must be the warmth. And then we'll do some camphor stitch, as they say. So if you've got a straight line, at least you've got a bit of a guide. And that works in really well. So that last bit is close to the edge. There we go, and I'll do it all over in a minute. A little bit better than a minute. There we go. Okay, get rid of this bright thing. Okay, and then come back in with me with this guy. There we go. So It'll look better once it's been ironed. And then this was on an odd angle, and so I cut it off and put it there, and you can't really see it because that's going to cover it as well. These bits from Rachel and Sarah's course works brilliantly. Okay, we're going to do a running stitch. Might use that. And just enough to give it a bit of something something and make it a bit longer, and I hold it down. Okay, I'm glad I found him, so it was worth going down there. Okay, we'll start just above this. I'm not too worried whether the rest is down or not, because it's going to have the lace over the top of it. So how are we all doing? Just a sit and stitch with Suze today, and watching me do a boring running stitch. So, but I thought I'd better get going on this. I'm sort of doing it backwards. I'm doing the cover now and working on the prompt first, but I was waiting for bits and pieces so that I could get started. Even though I probably could have done this cover, the only thing that I've got on this cover that I was waiting for is the lady, which I didn't know I was going to put on there. I thought I won't put her on the front. Often when you've got a, you know, a book or a journal or something, the picture of the author is on the back. So there you go, she's the author. And yeah, it's more of a Renaissance era than the era of when they did this, but they did all these field note journals back then too, because, you know, so you got the botanists that did all these new plant life when they were exploring the new eras, which would have been back then too. So, and being a lady, she would have been stitching. They were encouraged to do watercolour and stitching, so it fits. Okay. Now, just going to go like that and cut across. I sort of wanted it to be subtle, but you can still see it, so that's holding that piece down, but then that's going to be covered with the that lace. It's funny how, I mean, one of my least favourite colours is orange, except for when it's in nature, and it's in nature a lot. So I'm basing the colours for the background on these, and that's sort of got that orangey rusty colour. I mean, it's beautiful in autumn and in flowers and all that kind of stuff. It's just not a colour that I would wear, but it is beautiful in nature. So yeah, I'm glad I'm getting a chance to use the kit that I got from the girls, and because this is Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, so I'll try and use up you know, as much of the bits and pieces as I can, and I'll probably need more from my own stash as well. But the beauty is you only need bits, and it's good that okay, that's my section of selection of fabrics I'm using, and it really feels like a Roxy's Journal Stitchery then, because I'm so disappointed that I didn't make it to the class, but I hear that they're doing another one in December. Not sure what she's doing, but I wouldn't mind making it to that one. That would be nice. See how we go. See where the budget and time allows, because yeah, as it was, the hotel or whatever that I booked in to go and you know, when I went to go there, and it was for four nights, only gave me half my money back, and I had to give him a jolly certificate to say that I had injured my back and I couldn't come. Like, how ridiculous is that? Is it like going to a schoolyard? I can't make it to school today, so I need a doctor's certificate. I mean, seriously, it's a hotel, for goodness sake. There you go, there's my opinion for the day, and I'm on my soapbox. It was just ridiculous. Like, I couldn't make it, you know. I probably had people pulling out, and I thought, well, it's jeopardised their thing, because they said, well, if you want, you can have it and make it that you come another time, and I didn't think I was going to, so I probably could have kept it. And but I'm sort of hesitant to go back there again. Okay, but it was one of the cheaper hotels in the area, because you're paying all this money just to get yourself there in the first place. Had all trip planned out, me and my hubby, and I was going up until the last minute, and then I'm just like, nope, I cannot picture myself sitting in a car with this back in agony, and I needed to get myself to a chiropractor. That was in March. I had to try and get it in just before the retreat, so it was a bit of a bit of a push, but yeah, it came back to bite me. So December's probably a bit of a better time for me. See how it makes it so much easier when you've got a line there, and because it's a, you know, iron off, once that's ironed out, you won't even see it, and at least this baby is down and got a little bit of stitching in it, way of getting it down, and adding a bit of something to it, getting my background ready. Because it's the front cover, it really sort of needs to stay down. Gee, I can tell you that been watching Corinne's videos. She's going all out. Crazy woman again, once again doing two journals, and not just, you know, and we'll just cut out tiny little pieces of fabric that we've dyed with rose petals, pansy petals, and stick them on our piece. I mean, tiny. Like, she's got time for that. But like she said, she's a gardener, and it's what you're inspired by, and she loves doing her garden, and yeah, it seems to, you know, bring out the best in her, these things. Just as well, she's semi-retired, because she definitely needs that time to work on all the projects and ideas she's got in that crazy head of hers. Oh, Corinne, gotta love her. Now, in my video yesterday when I, the other day when I was working on the bulb, I was just about to film and Corinne rang and, you know, was going to up for a chat, and that's why I was a bit rushed. I said, oh, I'll quickly film it and then we'll chat because we've got heaps of homework, and that's why it seemed a little bit rushed and hyper. But that was that and excitement that everything finally came, because I was in, that's why I was all set up to go. And then this arrives in the mail and I'm like, well, you know, I'm a bit behind everybody else, I better get cracking and working on this. Like, I was supposed to be doing my galah, so that I think is going to be put off until Friday. I think I did the galah Thursday or Friday last week, so, you know, not a big issue. So did my botanical beauties, that's something. You can get a fair bit out of that long stretch. So I'm going to do, I should have grabbed my book actually from Anne in my studio. When we did the other Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, I did that, when Rachel first did that, you know, that fold out, what's it called? You know how they're pulling it out and they're doing all that, but they're going to keep it as one long piece and pull it out, and I'm like, oh, no, I don't really want to do that. What's this bit? Oh, there's a hole. Okay, so we're covering a hole. That's not a bad thing. I might pull out one more. Going a bit gung-ho. But I would like to, like I've done with other ones, I'm going to sew the pages together and actually have a book, like, I'll show you in a minute. When I finish tying this off, well, you know, do what everyone else is doing, but I actually am going to sew the pages together like I've done in previous journals, and I might even have a playlist of how I did it. So that'll be, I've just tied it off, that'll be like that. And that's why I've got this bit, because that's going to be in the book. So that's the first page, and then that's the second page, and when you do all the stitching, everything's going to be at the back so you don't see it. So what I do is I stitch it down, and then that becomes the page, rather than you know, having it like a pull out, because I think that would annoy me. I'd rather actually look at it like a book and do it in that way. But that you know, there's no rules with this thing, just the prompt, as in not the rules, but you know, there isn't any rules. The prompt is just something to let you know, and you just go and do your own thing and whatever makes you happy. Like with, I got that, but mine looks completely different to what Rachel's does and Sarah's. So, and like Rachel said, you know, Corinne bought the thing and she's hoarding it. So she's doing her own thing. So she's a really good example of, you don't need all that bits and pieces. You know, like here, grab your doilies. My hubby just bought some home from the op shop the other day. And I'm like, probably won't use those. They may go in kits. But these, perfect. You know, especially because we're doing spring soon, so I might even, you know, put these you know, spring or summer. It just all depends, you know, when the violas, or this is sort of, are these snow bells? So it might even be, that could almost be winter. But you know, grab your doilies. Grab your doilies in bits and pieces. And my hubby's good, got him trained well. He said he's got a really big tablecloth that you know, he's raving on about it, and then he forgets to bring it home. So hopefully he'll bring it home tonight. I might even send him a message. Don't forget. So actually I'm going to go and bring out two and put in my stash. You know, more, I've got a tablecloth with all these little bits and pieces in it, and I gave it to some of you girls. They got a piece each of this, the embroidered, and so I've got a tablecloth, and I didn't give it all away because I love using it too, and they're really good for that, this sort of thing, because especially when you've got some with a few different colours in it. I've got some really nice with sort of this nice greeny colour, which is good, and I think it's got a bit of everything in there, which is nice. And I'm really hoping that's the type of, he said, you know, embroidered, and I'm like, I wonder if it's one of them. I'm hoping, but cross stitch is just as nice. Get your little cross stitch bits. I think it's a bit long. So I'm very happy. I've been having this doily in the background, wanting to use it, and I've got this, and I've also got the matching, because it's like a Duchess set, and I've got the I think I may have put one in a kit and then I kept the other one, or I've kept this one and put the other two in a kit, I don't know. But I just loved it, and I thought, oh, I'm going to put this in something, and so this is the something. So, you know, it's one of these ones that you've tried it out and not working, whereas it's perfect for this. And I think I just grabbed it and saw, well, yeah, in one of my other videos you saw me. So this is how the inspiration comes, just things laying on your desk, and you get a train of thought, and then you go off and go squirrel, like a doggy. One thing after another. That's what I kept on saying when I was at Corinne's place, because we were yabbering away and then off another tangent, and I'm like, squirrel. Our brains are all scatterbrainy, going on all these different things. Dangerous getting together with Corinne, because, you know, we're both, she's probably more hyper than I am, but we both get pretty hyper, and come out with these all these ideas and get really excited about, you know, new adventures and whatnot. Not enough hours in the day. She certainly lives in a beautiful place. It was really nice, that bit where she showed her place, and I was watching the video. I'm like, oh, that's all very familiar. We walked up that pathway and went along the beach. It was beautiful. 1 week is just not enough. I might have to do 2 weeks next time and spend some time with them, and then maybe go to Fraser Island or something. You know, because it is a beautiful area, great holiday spot. It's like she's on permanent holiday. How good's that? Okay. Yep. And you've worked your butt off all your life. Now she's enjoying semi-retirement, and yeah, worked hard for it. Now she's reaping the rewards. Now, ow. getting there. Sorry, this is not much exciting, but you know, just grab your piece and stitch along with me. Have someone nattering in the background. There's always these plenty of videos like that. That's why I turned on Corinne's. Oh, I can't see that line. It's disappeared. Okay. And this one's a double one. Okay, yeah, it makes all the difference. Okay. Just reminds me of my quilting days. When you're hand quilting, and that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, you used to have to do, when you do hand quilting, you do this little, like, rocking motion, and oh, no. It just, I actually went to a class to learn how to do the proper quilting technique. Yes, that was a unhappy Suze that day, I can tell you. I'm like, seriously? Like, it's so much quicker doing it this way? Why have the so-called proper? And it was just like you get this little rocking motion, oh, and you have a smaller needle, I suppose. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, and everyone else seems to be getting it, and I was like, oh. And my friend was with me, and she's looking at me like, really? And I'm like, yep, I'm getting very frustrated with this stupid thing. She's laughing at me. That was early 2000s. Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s. Okay. Because it was, yeah, definitely. My son was born in 98, and my very first quilt class that I went to, my friend dragged me along. I wasn't pregnant, and by the end of the course, it was on how to do a sampler. I was pregnant. I was wondering why I was feeling like, oh, I really can't be bothered going, because you feel yucky when you're first pregnant. But I was pretty happy. Been trying for so long. So that would have been 97. My very first quilt that I made was a queen size bed quilt. Jump in the deep end. Because you made all these sample blocks, and then you turn them into something. And I'm thinking, well, if I'm going to make it, I'm practical. If I'm going to make a quilt, I might as well make a quilt that's going to be useful. And that was back in the day when it, you know, quilting was all the rage, and to get your quilt sent away to get quilted, I mean, it was pricey, but it wasn't as pricey as it is now. But yeah, I loved picking out the colours and stitching it. But I'm not a big fan of doing the, you know, the way you do the 3 layers and the quilting, trying to get this big beast through the machine. So I just put my limit to, okay, well, if I'm going to be machine quilting, I'll stick, the biggest I'll go would be a single bed quilt. So I made a couple of really cute little quilts for the boys, nice and bright, you know, and things that they were into. The fabric, you can get good fabric from Spotlight for that. But I made a couple of queen size quilts, but then I got them sent away, and you know, get one of those all over designs that works out cheaper than doing specific things. That was really nice. I don't mind you helping out the person that's their job. You've done most of the work, and they finish it off for you. At least I know it's not going to fall apart on me. Well, I've still got it. My son's 26, so, and it's not showing signs of pulling apart. Okay, we're getting there, people. We're getting there. So I'll give that a quick iron after we're done. So what else have I got to yabber about? All sorts of stuff that I've done in my life. I remember, you know, because I was part of a quilt group, not a quilt group, a craft group, and it was done in my local church, and we had a committee of about 9, 10 ladies, I think, and I mean, it wasn't at first, it was just me and my friend Fran, and it was really small, and it just grew to this really big. Every Thursday, once a month, on a Thursday night, we would have up to like 70 to 80 ladies. So maybe it was not 10 of us in the committee, because we had one table each, so probably work at probably 8 of us, and we would get together, you know, and make the project for that month, and we did everything, you know, from tissue boxes and all back when that you know, those dried flower arranging things were in. We even tried paper towel once. Oh my goodness, that was the worst day ever. So trying to teach people how to do paper towel when it's not their thing was yeah, interesting to say the least. And yeah, we had a lot of fun, so learned a heck of a lot and did just about everything there was to do. You know, that was one of the ladies that taught me a lot about stitching. She liked to do embroidery, and I've got a friendship quilt from when we were together, from the ladies from that committee actually, and it really means a lot now, because I think out of all the ladies that I have on that, we had people coming and going from the committee of ladies, so I think it's a 9 patch, and we did a swap. Like we would make, you did a theme, and we did something, and we didn't make one for ourselves, but we put the quilt together, and I think there was 8 ladies, because we needed a 9th lady to help us, and we just got one of the other ladies that we all knew, because it is a friendship quilt, to make that 9th one, so that we could do a 9 patch. It was nice, and it's still hanging up in my hallway. I think I may have shown it to you one time when I was scanning bits and pieces, but it's a real treasure, that. Nice friendship quilt, like when you girls did was it the Arty Farty challenge, of that really small little piece, something like that. And at the time I was really busy, and Corinne did ask me, and a few other ladies asked me, and I said, oh, I'll just make you a square, Corinne, and then I made her that little bird. Yeah. Am I being gung-ho again? Yep. Better finish it off. See how nice that looks? I'm glad I picked that colour, because it matches the side of it quite well. Yeah, so that was a real fun. That was in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, because when we started, I didn't have a child, and then during that I was pregnant, and I think it went for about 18 years. I mean, to get that many ladies once a month, it was amazing. And we had a ball. And then the leader of it, she moved away and handed it on to someone else, and it stayed for a bit, but it just dissipated, and that's it. That was the end of that one. So sometimes things are in for a season. Oh, I don't quite need it that long. Just finishing off. Yeah, things are in your life for a season and that's it. 18 years is a pretty good innings. And see, that time is being useful for now, because you know, I'm doing retreats and teaching you guys and feel comfortable because I've done it all those years. You know, get a table, ladies each, and that, you know, average of 8 to 10 on a table, all depends. And yeah. And even though it was done in our church, a lot of the ladies that came, it was a real community thing, didn't attend the church. It was just a real thing that we did for the community, and us crafty ladies came out of the woodwork and attended it, and they loved it. And I still now, sometimes I because it stopped a while ago, and I see people down the street and I'm like, gee, I know you. And they were one of the regulars that would come to that group. And you bump into people every now and again, because you're a leader. They sort of know you more than you know them, because there was 80 of them. Okay. Nearly done, peeps. Thank you for being patient, listening to me dribble on about all sorts of stuff. I thought I might as well turn the camera on and sit there and yap with you guys, and see how it's looking. So once I finish this, I'm going to hop up and have a look how long it's been going for. When you're sitting and stitching and yapping, time flies. So, not bad for slow stitching. Because this apparently is the true slow stitching, because you're just sort of doing it, and I really enjoy just doing this meditative, you know, running stitch. That's why when they try to teach me how to do the proper quilting stitch, I was like, nah, not relaxing at all. Okay, might just do one stitch there. Way too much, but I'm sure I'll use this colour again because it works with it. So, okay. Ooh, helps if I cut it just to see, just as well. This is on the outside, and you've got your little crossing over pieces. Now, quickly turn my iron on. And oh, 48 minutes. Geez, I can yap. Well, there you go. So I'm going to like uniron that, and you know, put these pieces down. I'm just thinking I might just stitch some of that. Love these pieces. They're so nice. Look nicer once. Yeah, I definitely think that that's going to work, that one, and I will keep them together. So there you go, guys. Well, in the thumbnail you will see it ironed, and yeah, so I will catch you in the next video. Here we go, yabbering away for, you know, nearly 50 minutes. Like, well, I might as well wait until it's 50 minutes. My husband's like that. If he's on the fuel pump and he puts it in, it's, you know, 1.99, and he has to put it to, you know, like two or whatever it is to get it over that, rather than having an uneven number. It's so aspy. Anyway, enough yabbering. I will catch you in the next video, probably on the galah. Will be on Friday. So you've gotten 2 of these at least, making attempt on the cover. I'll be working on this guy in the background, and yeah, and waiting for the next prompt. Okay, thanks guys, bye.